All right, we're going to talk about the single cause of all disease, all of them, all of your top killers. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, Alzheimer's, dementia, all of the chronic diseases that we hear about, autoimmune conditions, they have a single cause. Yes, stress, yes, inflammation, but what do stress and inflammation cause to the body? It's interference, and specifically of the nervous system. Now, we had a video about this already. This will be a little bit of a recap, but it's worth mentioning one more time. So here is interference. Here's the problem with interference. Let's see if I can change this. Okay, so interference, it's nervous system interference, but when the brain can't communicate with the body. So over here, I hope you can see this arrow, but when the brain and the body, there's interruption with their communication, that is what I'm talking about. So the brain should be able to communicate with your organs, the tissues, and the cells. It knows every reaction happening in the body. It coordinates every reaction happening in the body at every moment in time. And at any moment in time, there's roughly 100 trillion cells in the average adult, and each cell has over 200,000 chemical reactions happening every single moment at a minimum, and the brain knows about all of those. So it's unfathomable, the capacity of the nervous system. But it's kind of like, instead of your nervous system having 5 bars to talk to your cells, now it's only got 1 bar on its cell phone to the body. And so the cells are like, well, I think you're saying this, but I can't fully hear it. Maybe they didn't hear it correctly. Maybe they didn't respond correctly. But that leads to a state of malfunction. And so with the malfunction, it breaks up the harmony of the body, or the ease in the body. And then it's called dis-ease, unease, however you want to say it to get the point across. But things aren't in harmony. They're not moving correctly together as a unit. They're all choppy and broken up. That's dis-ease and malfunction. And if that's uncorrected, then it turns to ill health, and then you feel bad. But you can't just go after how you feel. You have to look at how you function. And the only way to truly function is to identify and locate the source of interference to the nervous system, and then remove it. And once you remove the interference, the body will heal itself. The natural state of the body is health. Again, health is the natural state of the body. Life is the natural state of the body. You had a headache at some point in your life, but you don't now. Or you cut yourself, but that cut is gone. You don't see it. You didn't heal it yourself. You didn't mentally think and take over, how am I going to make a platelet? How many platelets do I need? How do I get the platelets to my finger? The body just does it through the nervous system. So you got to have a nervous system with 5 bars and not 1 bar or 2 bars to be in full expression of health. So that is the source of all disease, is nervous system interference. And it can be physical interference like a trauma. It can be chemical interference like pesticides or heavy metals. It can be mental or emotional interference like the loss of a loved one or an extreme deadline at work. Or it can be a spiritual interference. There's all kinds of spiritual things involved in this as well. But one way or another, something is interfering with the function and the communication of the nervous system. That's where all ill health starts. So I hope that makes sense to you.